Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you. Not another peep.
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Then lock your door. 5, 6, gonna cruise up this.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
Welcome, everybody, to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here.
And Scotty Bonin here.
We are
The Blood Brothers.
And
The Rob.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. It's Christmas time, and it's cold outside.
It's actually finally cold here.
Good. It's cold in Tallahassee?
Guess what movie I watched last night?
Grinch?
Yep.
The Grinch.
That's the Grinch. First town scene.
It doesn't count.
But then right after the Grinch, I watched
Krampus.
And Shannon watched it with me.
So did Liz. She watched it. I watched Elf before, and while we were decorating, so I didn't really watch it. It was just in the background playing.
Had our full attention to the Grinch.
We'll have full attention to Elf later on.
And then we watched Krampus. And actually, Shannon, this is her second time and my second time seeing Krampus. She watched it with me the first time, too, like last year or something.
You got to get your holiday movies straight.
I know, man. Yeah, Liz watched this with me,
too. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, classic.
That's it.
Classic.
That is the only one you watch. There is no Elf. No Jim Carrey.
Elf and Grinch is every year. Elf and Grinch.
Yeah, we do Elf and Grinch every year.
You know what we watched the other night while we were we went to with the family to a nice Christmas dinner 2 nights ago. Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
That's an old one.
It was okay. It wasn't
Tim Allen and
Dan Aykroyd.
It
was all right. I was just looking for something different. They weren't all up for the Christmas horror. I was like, let's watch Krampus, Mom.
Cheech Marin was in it. Jake Busey.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake Busey. That's a name you don't hear anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Busey. He was in Identity. I was looking up what all he was in.
That's Gary Busey's son.
He's in Identity. He plays like a psycho in Identity.
Gary Busey's son.
We need to do a podcast on Identity. Because that's another one of those movies I think we bring up at least once every couple of weeks.
We always do.
True, yeah. Only because of
Ray Liotta.
What's the guy's
Cusack.
name?
John Cusack.
The big guy's name. I always forget his name.
Oh, yeah. He was in The Devil's Candy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But no, I forgot
like
Ray
3
Liotta,
names.
John Cusack. That movie is friggin' awesome.
It's a good movie. Jake Busey.
Okay, I'm just going to get this out here now. Just going to put it out in the open.
Pruitt Taylor
was I the only one that was like just really feeling and getting the super hots from Toni Collette?
No, not me.
Oh yeah,
not me.
She was pretty. I almost
wrote in a comment that she's not attractive.
She kind of looked.
She still has it going on.
She kind of looked a little old for Adam Scott.
Her lips look like they were rolled out of clay and then pushed onto her mouth.
Oh man, she always is so disapproving. I love it.
Let me just ask you guys.
I can't.
She's just playing hard to get that.
She is.
movie.
She was. She was all bitchy.
You know what kind of dirty stuff she does to Adam Scott for him, probably 15 years younger than her, to just be all up in that business.
It wasn't doing it for me. Wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah, Toni Collette. Let's see. She was born in 1972, so she's only 45 years old.
She's working it, man. She's working it.
I mean, and Adam Scott, it was 73, so he's 44. So yeah, they're only a year apart. So
well, Adam Scott's just a baby. He just got a baby face. That's all that that's with him.
We were just talking about this before the pre-show. Guys, wasn't this movie just a breath of fresh air after the last few that we've covered?
Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
This is obviously a very new movie.
It's new, though.
Compared to what we usually cover.
So it doesn't really count as being
But we just wanted to theme
air.
December horror and not so much cult classic Christmas horror, Christmas horror.
Although there'll be some cult classics.
Yeah, we will. We'll be covering the original Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Of course.
Which I already covered on accident.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You can rewatch them again.
No.
You already got them down. You're good to go.
I've got enough stored up. I'm good. So
yeah, Toni Collette wasn't really doing it for me. I don't know why. She didn't have the look.
Something wrong, man. Toni Collette's hot.
She was looking pretty good. She was. I don't know if she was looking as good as the daughter. No, that's bad.
Yeah,
the daughter.
I actually, this movie, it is a what,
Beth
2015?
Stephanie Levy
2015,
Owen.
Yeah, 2015.
But to me, this is going to be a future cult classic.
Oh, I think so too.
I see this movie being such a cult classic in 10, 15 years that I think all these other movies, I haven't watched them all yet, so I don't know. I may be pleasantly surprised by the rest. But Silent Night, Deadly Night, all these other ones, I've heard of them, and those seem to be very cult. But this right here is I think in 10 or 15 years, this is going to be one of the go-tos.
I agree with you.
It's already a go-to. I've seen people posting about it over the last 2 weeks. Like, oh, it's December, time to watch Krampus. It's going to be. It should probably be added to my list. Grinch, Elf, and Krampus every year.
Well, I actually watched it with my wife too, and she liked it. I mean, it is like the quintessential family Christmas horror movie because it's really not overly gory. It's really not overly scary. But the director and the cinematographer, it's very, very, compared to a lot of the movies we do, this is a really well done movie.
Yeah. Well, actually, I like it. So Michael Dougherty is the director, and he actually says it best. This is a Christmas film that is both scary and sentimental, kind of like The Christmas Carol and It's a Wonderful Life are nightmares that show you these broken characters who experience a darker side and divine intervention. So, they need to be scared straight. As like the kid, he breaks his wish, and then the grandma did it, what's her name? They call her Oma, which is weird.
Yeah, Omi.
But
it's because she's German.
Yeah.
Omi and what is it? Omi and Appa or something is what?
Yeah,
what
something like that.
Germans.
Well, the director was this director, Michael Dougherty, also did Trick or Treat, which is
yes.
I think Trick or Treat's on most people's top 10. Like, I saw it all over the place. Like, Halloween's coming, we gotta watch Trick or Treat.
All around on Halloween. Yeah. He's good, and he's young too for what he's done. I think he's only in his 30s. Michael Dougherty. I'm not positive.
Yeah, he looks. I saw a picture of him. He looks like a young guy. See, Michael Dougherty. Yeah, he's 43.
Oh, okay.
Actually, they were all born 72, 73, 74.
74. Yeah.
But he's only done a couple of movies, but man, some of the ones that he's done, Urban Legends, Bloody Mary, he was a writer. That's kind of a classic. I saw people posting, and X-Men Apocalypse. He's going to do the brand new Godzilla movie, which I'm sure will be a huge blockbuster. Trick or Treat, Superman Returns, and Krampus. So he went from nothing to something pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, and
that's pretty cool.
And coming out of that era, he talked about the feel that he wanted. I watched a bunch of interviews, and he just kept saying the same thing, that he's looking for this. Well, it was what do you call it? The Amblin Entertainment movies, which was like Poltergeist, E.T., Gremlins. That was in that early to mid '80s, and so that's the feel he is going for with this. And I can get that. Obviously, with the Gremlins, you got these toys that are alive and running around. Reminded me obviously of Army of Darkness and the little ashes with the gingerbread guy.
Those three gingerbread men shooting the nail gun and hitting Howard, which is played by David Koechner, and it was like, oh, that's like evil. That's Army of Darkness right there. Just the little like high pitched voices and stuff. And
I just like how they get like brutal real fast with as far as they pretty much kill the daughter. You don't know that yet, I guess, but then people just start dying, and pretty much everyone dies. And then I don't really get the ending. We'll have to talk about that when we get there, but But yeah, it's sort of a surprise.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it is.
It's just like family Christmas movie. It's like comedy because there's some dirty humor here and there, and when the family that they don't really like is coming, but it just sort of takes a right turn into horror just immediately. Or not immediately, but all at once.
It's a darker version of a Christmas family film.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing, is it Doherty or Dougherty? I don't even know. Dougherty. Whatever. You guys got the point. He always wanted to do a scary Christmas movie, and the idea for Krampus came to him when his friend sent him an e-card featuring Krampus on the cover, on the front of the card. And according to him, it was love at first sight, and he like started writing stuff right away and whatnot. And then Zach Shields and Todd Casey, who helped him with this, finally got the story out, and then they started casting in November 2014. So it's a pretty cool idea, that this Krampus, and it's a real thing in like Austria. This Krampus character, like I guess a guy dresses up as Krampus and goes and scares little kids in like the street every year in Austria.
Yeah,
this is something that we should be doing here.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about the like original legend. If it's just something that they made up there and then
it's like
just
folklore,
do that, or
Austrian German folklore.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar. So, but no, I like the whole thing, and then they did a good job. So, we could sort of start. I guess
you guys want to start from the top when they have the crazy shopping mall that opens.
That was a cool opening. Yeah,
that was an awesome opening with the security guards tasing people.
Yeah,
just all the chaos from I suppose like a Black Friday situation or something like that.
Yeah, it was actually shot on location in a single day at a department store in New Zealand. So they shot all that in one single day. But I loved how it was like slow motion and the tasers and everything was just, and you couldn't like hear the yelling. You could just see the chaos.
Do you do that, Rob? Do you go Black Friday-ing?
No, absolutely not.
No?
What I like to do, guys, is I like to sit down in the house on Black Friday weekend and Cyber Monday, and I go and I open up my Lenovo Mac laptop and I go to www.cultclassichorror.com and I check out all the amazing deals that we have there on some of the coolest merch.
There's no such thing as a Lenovo Mac laptop.
Well, apparently I have one. I've sent multiple pictures.
But cultclassichorror.com with the horror store,
it's actually store.cultclassichorror.com.
Well, but you can access the store by going to cultclassichorror.com too. But yeah,
look, you're just confusing people now, Danny.
Store.cultclassichorror.com. There you have it.
Got it.
There you have it.
Go get some last minute Christmas t-shirts.
No, I am a strict online shopper. Like most of my Christmas presents, whether I could get them in town or not, like today I was decorating the outside of the house for Christmas, and UPS is right there at my front door with the stuff that I ordered, and I'm just not. I'm not into it.
You just don't like to move around a lot, or create exertion in any way.
Well, no, I was outside decorating I was almost frostbitten. It was in the 60s here in Florida. I thought I was going to die, and but I'm not that into people. I'm not that into crowds.
How many layers of dust does that Bowflex have on it that you could put in your garage?
Oh no, I use it every day, man. I'm starting to get there. Just
really. So you're
feeling the power.
Getting jacked now.
I'm trying. I really am. I'm not
jacked.
one for. I will be the first one to admit I am not one for cardio. I'm not built for cardio, and I've never been built for cardio, even when I was in high school. But no, I like lifting weights. I honestly wish I had the room for a bench, like a real free weights. But
yeah, see, you need to do. You need to start boxing or something. That's your kind of cardio.
Well, what am I going to box? Like,
you got to go to a gym and take a class. Isn't there like somewhere nearby that offers kickboxing or Muay Thai or something? MMA?
Dude, a fat, lonely-looking bearded guy
Have you
in
seen,
a Muay
like,
Thai
Roy
class with
Nelson?
a bunch
Come
of
on.
12-year-olds.
You could do it.
12-year-olds? No.
There's a karate studio down the road.
Yeah,
for
you're
me.
talking about fairy fucking karate or taekwondo. You can't. That's where you're gonna go, and there's gonna be kids. And if it's adults, it's like old people and business professionals. You need to go to like a Muay Thai gym where it's all fucking, fighters and shit.
I want to go to the gym that teaches me how to John Wick. So
There
like
you
I can bring my guns with me, and I can
maybe,
do all the moves.
Maybe
and
Krav Maga then.
We do have a Krav Maga studio
Krav
somewhere
Maga.
in town.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we do.
There's one close to
Tallahassee's not like the places in Florida that y'all visit, like Orlando. We have like just one of everything, and none of them are near me.
Well,
Tallahassee's like basically built for FSU. That's all we have here. We have Florida State University, and that's it. So it's like when you live on the side of town, like where we live, like, in the family neighborhood, all the cool stuff is by the university, which means I have to deal with university students, which just puts me in an absolute awful mood.
Yeah.
what? I don't understand how you observe Christmas without snow down there.
It never snows.
I'll send you a video. I bought a one of those LED light globes.
Oh, you lazy man's decorating.
Oh, yeah.
Where it just projects it on your house?
I got lights. I got all kind of lights, and we're going to get some more. But no, it projects snow on that house.
Ooh. So you do got snow, but just projected. Yeah.
Yeah, just disco lights. It's like a big disco ball that's rolling
So
snow
many
down.
lazy ass people rejoice the day when those LED things came out. You just point it towards your house.
Plop it in your yard, plug it in, and point it towards your house, and you're good to go.
Oh no, I gotta have lights. I gotta have real lights.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw that and I'm like, fake snow without, because like there are some people around here that'll do like the snow in a can. Obviously, I don't know if y'all have that in Colorado.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
But here in Florida, we sell snow in
No.
a can, and it's aerosol. And it's like silly string, but it comes out foamy like snow.
What?
And it sticks and it hardens.
Really?
And so people will like spray their Christmas trees with fake snow and got in their house and bushes, and I don't even know what's in this shit. It's probably toxic.
Have you seen snow, Rob? You've seen snow in real life, right?
No, I've never seen snow that sticks. I have driven through sleet, and I have seen like,
oh boy,
get him, kill him, Steve.
Get him. That's the
Goodness gracious.
FedEx person or something. I don't know what that.
Yeah, well, I've been in like a flurry, but like no, I've never been in like a blizzard, or woke up or like walked outside to get in the car to go to work and there was like snow.
Oh my God, dude, you're lucky. That's
lucky.
like,
why is he lucky?
well, you are. I mean, it's great to have snow, but
Snow's awesome.
I love snow, but it gets old at times when you're getting in your car and it's freezing out and
snow
snowing
never
out.
gets old.
I guess I'm in the garage now, so it's
I don't ever have to heat my car up. I don't ever have to defrost my windows. We don't live that kind of life here.
Yeah, the snow is a beautiful thing, though. It really
Well,
is.
anyways,
No
Krampus-
snow tires.
Speaking of snow,
Watching Krampus when the storm comes in, I was kind of like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
was
cool?
badass.
That's kind of
Just
neat. That's
trapped
kind of
in.
cool.
and
I'd just
actually,
be out there. Me being the Floridian, I'd just be out there like, it's magic, Danny, Scotty, come out here. It's snowing, and he's like, yeah, no, we see it. It's okay. It's amazing. It's like ice from the
Yep.
sky.
that's like half the year here.
No, it's not half the year.
Well,
it's like it hasn't even snowed this December,
Yeah,
and it's not
snowed
supposed
like once.
And I looked at the forecast for like the next 9 days, and there's no snow in it either.
God.
Yeah, but see up there where y'all asses is, it'll be snowing in April. Like,
Yeah.
I remember,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
sending y'all videos of me driving through a hurricane, and going to Louisiana, and got back a video of Scotty in a parking lot, and it's just fucking snow falling everywhere.
Yep. I remember that one.
Wait, what?
He sent me that picture, then I sent him a picture of me in a parking lot with snow in my car.
Yeah.
You guys are cute.
That was the
We sent
same
each
one
other
where
pictures.
I sent it to Danny my video of the hurricane. Danny's like, maybe you should focus on driving through the hurricane instead of recording it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So the snow on the ground in Krampus was made from material that usually is used for diapers. And actually 96.
Oh, the fluff.
Yeah, the fluff.
Huh?
Yeah. And I think about like 95% of the movie was shot on a soundstage, so a lot of it was, most of it was, made and stuff. But what do you guys think of the snow tremor? I love the little snow tremor that goes and sucks people in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's awesome.
That was badass. But apparently, it doesn't bite off limbs. It just kind of sucks you. And then when it got Howard, David Kushner, which he's hilarious in this movie, and
he is awesome.
He's so good in it, and he has some serious moments too, of course. But Adam Scott saves him and pulls him out, and he just got a few little cuts on the side of his leg. So they weren't trying. He was just the tremor was teasing him, not trying to kill him.
And we never saw what that looked like, right? No. We didn't see the graboid.
The graboid.
Yeah, it was kind of Evil Dead-ish. There was a lot of stuff in this movie that I appreciated. Like they kept a lot of creepy elements in it, and you don't have, with horror, you don't have to see every little itty bitty teeny tiny thing.
Yeah.
But there was just so many good parts to where there was like a bump or a noise or a crack or you saw like kind of the aftermath, and that's even more creepy to me. Like, I mean, we can start from the beginning. The one kid, what's it? Is it Max?
Max. Yes.
Is Adam Scott and the delicious Toni Collette's son.
Tom and Sarah.
And this kid is... there's parts of the movie I kind of feel for him, and there's other parts where this kid's just a brat. Like, this kid is just a pain in the ass. He's fighting everybody. He's in a sour little mood all the time.
Yep.
But he writes a letter to Santa Claus, and David Kirshner, and I believe it's who plays his wife, the Contra Farrell.
What is her name?
Yeah,
Contra Farrell plays the aunt, who I fucking love.
Yeah, no, her name was, I forgot what.
Allison Tolman.
Tolman. Yeah.
Allison Tolman
as Linda.
And they play basically Cousin Eddie. It's Cousin Eddie and his wife and like the redneck kids and all this.
Oh yeah.
And he writes a letter to Santa. They embarrass the little girls, his cousins embarrass him.
Yeah.
The girl that wears the Jackson Hole Wyoming hat, mountain khakis. Yeah.
And
anyways.
Well, he goes up to his room after he picks a fight with them, and there's a good scene with Adam Scott basically explaining to him, look, Christmas is all about more or less, which I loved. Christmas is basically more or less about putting up with people that you can't stand because they're family and you just get over it. And there's a part in the movie where the kid has a choice between mailing his letter to Santa Claus and getting over
which he usually does. But instead he rips the letter up and he throws it out the window and it gets sucked up into these storm clouds. And then, like what Danny said, it just made this awesome turn. It was like, bam, sucked up into the storm clouds, and then here we go. They're stuck in a blizzard.
Yeah,
and huge
all the
storm.
Power. A full blown blackout happens, and then this is kind of where it picks up. But it made such a good turn that there wasn't a lot of wasted time in this movie. No. It was awesome. The pacing was great.
Yeah,
big ass snowman,
and
evil snowman.
It took a second, so you almost wondered, like, is this really a horror movie? What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah,
we're 15 minutes in, and it's just a comedy Christmas family movie.
It had a good feel like that too. Like it was so you don't want to say like it's kind of an oxymoron, like a family horror movie, but it had the pacing and the writing and the way it was shot and the way it was done. It like there are like Black Christmas, it could be anything. It's kind of cool that it takes place on Christmas, but that story could be done on any holiday. It could be Black Thanksgiving. It doesn't matter really. But this movie, it felt like a Christmas movie. I think that's what makes it so much fun is even when creepy shit's happening, it's still kind of like, oh, it's Christmas, right? You know,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then obviously the weird shit starts going down. They go out in Lucinda, the Hummer,
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, he gets his leg bitten. They can't find the daughter. She's, pretty much presumed dead. We don't ever see her again. And
You pack guns on Christmas? Yeah, always be prepared, Boy Scout. He has that fucking shotgun, and
Yeah.
that is badass.
And we see, so let's talk a little bit about, we see all these creatures throughout the whole film, and all of this was pretty much done. It was actually done practical effects. There was really no digital effects in this film that I can think of, really. The elf masks were obviously people in costume wearing masks, but the masks were sculpted specifically for the film. I forgot the name of the studio. I just had it down. It was like whatever. But practical effects, Krampus, the whole thing was, they like sculpted the hooves out of clay, and then they had to make separate legs for the close-up so that the actual ankle could sort of bend. So you had the hoof movement. But they did have a guy inside the Krampus costume. And I guess this thing weighed like 70 pounds.
Was it Weta Workshop?
Yeah, Weta Workshop.
Weta
is what
Workshop,
it's called,
yeah.
or Weta,
Whatever.
And so yeah, they everything. I mean, even that robot that's on his back stabbing him with the scissors. That
was funny, man.
They 3D printed that and then made it into wired it up so that it was remote operated and worked. It was in effect. It was not digital at all. So. It was cool to watch him do the Jack in the Box. The Jack in the Box
Oh, yeah.
was a person in a costume, but then sort of the face with that big old jaw and that opened up.
That
and
was
closed.
really cool. That looked like a graboid jaw with the huge
Yeah.
the teeth going up and like the roaring coming out and stuff.
And they made that out of plaster, but it was remote controlled, or pretty much remote controlled as well.
yeah.
Things like the teddy bear.
That's why I yell and scream so much about like some of the newer horror movies. But even though it's not a bad effect, it's obviously a good effect, but just the fact that they took the extra time and made it work and made it real and made it physical, it just, if this was the same movie like that, whatever it is, Curse of Chucky, and they would have walked up the attic stairs and turned, and there was a CGI giant Jack in the Box, we would all just be sitting here like this. That was the stupidest shit I've ever seen, and it would, but that effect right there, like with the splitting of the mouth and like the snake mouth, this weird expanding jaw, that just at least for me, I'm like, y'all think it's like, that's awesome. That's so good. How did they do that?
Yeah.
Like, that is so free. And of course they walk up just as the feet of one of one of the many children that are killed.
One of the tomboy hick daughters is getting eaten. But yeah, one of the creepier ones I thought was like that possessed like porcelain doll that kept like attacking the mom.
And that
was crazy.
And that thing
that was insane.
That thing was also, it was puppeteered by like 4 or 5 people, and the wings were animatronic. I watched the thing where they created the face.
Yeah, it was flying. Yeah, when it was attacking Tony.
But they did have puppeteers, and it was cool. They made the face, and then the way that they use this paint called like cracked paint, and it paints on and it's cracked, so it makes it look old. And then they rub this sort of blackish brown, really thin type paint that almost wipes off, but then it sticks in the cracks so that it looks like the dirt got in there. And so it's something that's brand new right in front of you, but it looks old as hell or up in the attic, and that's. So it was cool there's a lot of the behind the scenes stuff on YouTube for how they did the character effects on this. And it is pretty cool to watch how they sculpt everything. They dress up people in the elf costumes and then they put them on white backgrounds and they take a bunch of pictures so that just to see if they're getting the concept right. And actually, the director, Michael was present for most all of this. And they said that if you ever couldn't find him, he was down with the art department, like with the studio, playing with the puppets and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I just love the dialogue that went through this too. Like after Tony and Allison Tolman get attacked up there, both the moms. This is when David Kushner's getting attacked by the gingerbread man in the kitchen, and he shoots him with the shotgun, and they get lit on fire. And she comes down, and she's like, "You don't even want to know what just happened." And he's like, "Are you kidding me? I just got my ass kicked by a bunch of Christmas cookies." Yeah. So just like the like funny lines mixed with like the horror too. It was just great.
Yeah,
it had a really good feel, and like you said, like the ginger. One of the best parts of the movie for me was when when Krampus or whatever like drops the hook and chain.
Yeah,
with every little attention to detail in this movie, was so good because like every time he moved or he ran or he did anything, he jingled because he had jingle bells and chains all over him, and it was just such a really cool, just diabolical take on like the most nightmarish Santa Claus you could imagine, and all the little gimmicks, all the little ways that he got him, it just was better and better. It started off with the daughter underneath the DHL truck, and the little creepy Jack in the Box comes out. And what I did like about the movie was, as fun as it is, like when you really break it down, it's pretty brutal. Like little kids are being killed left and right in this movie.
Yeah,
the
whole town is deserted.
We didn't see it happen, but the baby dies or they steal it.
Yeah,
they steal the baby.
Yeah.
They steal the baby. They kill the older sister. They apparently killed a snow truck plow driver. They killed
the DHL driver.
The random poor DHL guy. It's just pretty crazy how many deaths there are in this movie, but I think they intentionally made it to have a fun Christmassy kind of feel to it. So it's like all these horrible things are happening. We're not going to show them to you, but it still has the same really cool, fun, horror movie feel.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Goodness.
Holy shit, that scared me.
I got a Krampus right in my ball sack.
God, Krampus.
Oh, Lordy.
Krampuses.
That means it's time for the horror halftime. This is a short horror halftime because no one fucking participated.
Oh, well, the Howling 6 is pretty bad.
Yeah, no one wins because no one wanted to watch the Howling 6.
And, I don't blame you guys.
Are you sure no one participated?
I didn't see anything.
Did you search?
I searched the group.
Thoroughly.
I did search the group. So,
well, this one has plenty of opportunities.
So, you guys need to create a Krampus meme and post it in the group on Facebook, in our Cult Classic Horror group on Facebook. Use the hashtag horror halftime to be entered to win, and then we'll announce our favorite meme next week. And you will win something. I want to give some more stickers away, so we're going to get rid of some sticker packs here.
Does it count if people are in the fan page and post it still, or is it just the group? Right.
Well, I mean, it
pretty much coincides the same thing.
I only searched the group. I guess I didn't look on the fan page, but usually the group. Just post it in the group. That's where we'll find it.
Yes.
That's where other people will see it and raise awareness for this freaking podcast.
Yes, sir, Bobtail.
So, did anybody check the tweets?
I did not. No, I mean, I usually keep an eye on those on the daily, but I didn't specifically check.
Or the Instas. Usually we just get the tweets or the Facebooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any either. So, okie dokie then. Well, cool. So
yeah,
because nobody won, Danny will just send me some more stickers.
Yep.
And
I'm
still waiting for my full size of flamingo stickers.
Well, I sent a couple, and you should have kept one instead of giving one to your brother.
Well, you sent them for my brother, was what I was told.
Well.
We can send you some more. We got the cool black background with the white
different
writing
now. Well, they're the same, but black background. They look a little better.
Yeah,
so
a little crisper.
All right, that concludes the horror halftime. I got a couple of packs of CCH stickers. I got to send Ty one of these because he's. I should announce that Ty. Well, it's so far away, but still, we're gonna have a booth at what the hell is it called? He posted it, some independent horror film festival, but it's not till like June or something like that.
It's a while away.
So we'll give you the details as it gets closer. It'll be up in Pennsylvania, and
He'll be representing CCH there.
Yes, giving out some free sticks.
Sticks and stickers.
Sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, so I kind of want to get back into this, into Krampus. So Rob, you're describing how you don't really see a lot, but stuff just happens. So this, as the beginning of the film, Krampus is, in this film, is Santa Claus's shadow. And Michael Dougherty, here's another quote from him. He had a lot behind this, and that's why Danny was saying he was on set. So he describes Krampus as, he's not the unstoppable monster that kicks down your door and rampages and grabs you. There's something darkly playful about him. He's having a good time doing what he does, and he enjoys the cat and mouse aspect of it.
Even though he just has a blank look with his mouth open all the time. He's
Yeah.
sort of like an old senile
And he has
old
like
man.
a snake eye, like his
Senile
eyes.
old man.
Yeah.
He's like when my stepdad sleeps.
Yeah. But
Stepdad sleeps with one eye open and his mouth
Sleeps with his mouth wide
jarred.
open, going.
like a couple nights ago when we were watching Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, he doesn't snore. He just
Cranks. Yeah. Yep. No, but Krampus in the movie did have like kind of like a beast like sounds coming from him and whatnot, and his eyes were like snake like almost.
he sure
It was
moves well
weird.
for being basically a hunchback.
He like roared and grunts like kind of. It was kind of cool.
The horns. I mean, his whole thing. I think they shot
He's
a little
hunchback.
bit too much of his just frozen face. But
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, the makeup and the effects were awesome.
Yeah.
in this movie.
I mean, he had the long tongue. I was still going on about. I wasn't even done yet about the teddy bear was puppeteered by like two people, mainly the lead effects guy. I forgot his name, but they made the rows and rows of teeth for that. And made it all from scratch. So that was puppeted. The one thing that might have been digital, I didn't even see anything on, was the gingerbread men. And I assume they were, because I don't know how else you would do that.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
yeah.
So, but everything else, I mean, shit, the elves were people with masks. The porcelain angel thing was puppeteered, but the wings were sort of mechanical or electronic. The teddy bear was puppeteered. The Jack in the Box was a person, but then the facial features were remote operated. The robot, which is very surprising to me, was a total animatronic thing.
Yeah.
I think that. I mean,
What'd you
that's
guys
mostly
think
all
of the animation kind of rendition that the grandma was telling her story of how it happened to her when she was a little girl?
Yeah.
And kind of like the Nightmare Before Christmas feel with the almost the pup. I mean, but it was animation, like cartoon, like.
I mean, I guess the whole it was cool how they did that.
I thought it was fun. It was kind of a play on, old school Christmas, type cartoons like, like a Nightmare Before Christmas or those old claymation, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer type things.
Frosty.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
And that was cool. They didn't even really have to do that. She could have just told the story, and they didn't have to spend all the money on that animation. But it came out well. And so what? I guess the story here is that once you lose faith, he comes and kills your entire family except for you.
And then he passes on the Krampus little bell to you, and
so you'll always remember.
So you'll always remember.
Sort of like the Polar Express bell, but not.
But Krampus, yes.
Yeah, but awesome.
I was actually looking here. So the film was originally released on November 25th, but they pushed it back to December 4th to coincide with Krampusnacht, a traditional Austrian festival held on December 5th that celebrates the Krampus coming to punish naughty children.
Oh.
So,
That could be like a porno
Good
theme.
naughty. A naughty.
A little child porn. Krampus. What would you call it?
Krampus.
That'd be kind of interesting to see a Krampus porn with a guy with hooves.
Yeah.
Man, horns.
Just a half goat, half Santa Claus. Adult entertainment, if you will.
Yeah, so Anyways, I was glad. I like Michael's
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, not Michael Scott. Michael Scott. Office. Son of a
Michael
bitch.
Scott. You've been watching The Office too much.
I have been watching The Office nonstop.
Adam Scott. Michael Scott.
Yeah, Adam Scott.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He looked the same age as when we saw him in Hellraiser too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he looked older, but he's got the baby face, like Rob said.
Yeah, he does, and he's still the same age as Toni Collette.
Yeah, and
who's smoking hot, by the way.
No, she's not.
I
at all.
think she's pretty hot.
So hot.
And no matter what I see David Kushner in it, he's always from Anchorman.
He's always
champ. I know.
Champ from Anchorman.
Champ from Anchorman.
Oh, whammy. That's just
whammy.
That's just one of
whammy.
That's just one of, and it's happened to other actors where your first big thing out, you just play exactly who you are. Exactly what you represent the best, and you just can't get out. You just can't play anything different.
Yeah. You guys know Seth Green played one of the Gingerbread Man voices.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I was glad to see he's still busy.
Yeah, I know.
Glad to see he's still working after with that robot chicken.
Yeah.
And
Hey, he's still on
everything
Family
else.
Guy. He's still on Family Guy.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that show. I don't remember the last time I watched a Family Guy episode.
Why?
I just don't know. I don't keep up with it. I did see that all the South Parks are available on Hulu now. All 21 seasons. So I've been slowly inching my way through South Park.
I've been doing the same thing actually. I recorded I have them all on my DVR, and mostly all of them, not all of them. So they're all in order right there on Hulu.
Yep, all 21 seasons.
I should just watch it there then instead of because the ones I got recorded are skipping around here and there.
Do you guys, speaking of Robot Chicken, in Max's room, you can spot posters of Robot Chicken, Rick and Morty, and Pacific Rim of all movies. I don't know why, but they're all legendary. Well, I guess Pacific Rim is Legendary Pictures film, which this is as well.
I've never seen Pacific Rim still.
I still haven't seen that either.
Oh yeah, the one I get. I don't know why. I see Pacific Rim, but then I for some reason Jupiter Ascending is coming into my head, and that was a really bad movie.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim is like the big battle tech thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah, it's like Battle Robots versus Godzilla.
Okay. Why did I say? I guess BattleTech. Was that the name of a game where they had those, or what was it called at the arcade at Dave and Buster's? I want to say like Mechoids. What is it?
I don't know.
I'm such an idiot. I can't even think of it.
If you said, I'd be like, oh yeah, that one, but I can't think of it.
No.
So,
Anyways.
so this actually got a PG-13 rating, which maybe that was one of the reasons that it kind of didn't show as much gore or whatnot, what have you.
I don't know if they aimed for that. I think they probably did. They mentioned, PG-13 just has the creep factor, I guess. I don't know if they wanted it to be accessible to families for Christmas.
I think they did because I actually just was reading here. It was a hard story to sell until it got the PG-13 rating. Then Universal greenlit the movie, and it was able to get the reception that it had. As like the controversy that surrounded other Christmas horror movies like Silent Deadly Night, Black Christmas, Krampus had that PG-13 rating, not as opposed not to those ones.
I just don't understand that at all.
Because kids can go see it.
Yeah, but I would think if you're wanting to put out a horror movie, it should be rated R.
But the whole family can go see it then, and I don't know. It's kind of a pain, but.
Some movies are rated R that don't need to be, and some movies are rated PG-13 that you could watch and be like, no, I don't know about this one. But yeah. I think they really did shoot for whether they did it, to be kind of like satirical or not. They tried their best to shoot for a very wholesome, Christmassy, horror movie, which, I thought there wasn't much gore, but I think because some of the physical effects and the different ways and the Jack in the Box and the bear and the little, graboid in the snow, it kind of just kind of distracted me from the fact there wasn't any gore. Like it just, yeah. I guess because I stayed just really, really, really entertained.
Me too.
I don't.
Me too.
And really, unless, and not even that much, even if I'm going to see movies in theaters, I don't really pay attention to ratings anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I same with
Yeah.
me. It's like,
Yeah.
I think for the most part, like It. The only reason why It got the rating it did was probably just because of language, like because there wasn't really anything in It that was, necessarily gory or ultra, crazy.
Yeah.
It's probably just, and in this movie, I just think that, like you said, I think it was intentional to probably get more kids to go see it too. But also I think it just, like what Danny said, like I don't think they shot for a specific rating. I just think that the writing on it was, this is what it is, and it gets rated whatever it gets rated. Like I don't think they intentionally tried to clean it up.
Well, yeah, I mean the reception for it and the reviews were a lot more positive and were a lot more than what they expected. So it actually opening weekend it earned $16.3 million, and that was second, just behind the Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2. So that, and this was 2015, so you wouldn't think that it do that well for being a horror Christmas movie, but it actually did really, really good. And they didn't not expect that.
So what? You used 15 million budget and 61 million box office.
Yep, 61.5 million box office.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, it holds a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes, where whoever really has that in mind.
Yeah.
On what they will watch and what they won't watch. But I mean, for the most part, a lot of the movies we review do not have a 60% rating or 65% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
No.
Sir John, now home.
No.
But
what if I give you the money and then you just go buy the Windex?
No. We need more lemon pledge.
That's what I was waiting for.
So the grandma on this, Olmi, whatever. So she obviously spoke Austrian or German or whatever her language was. But the kid knew her how to.
I don't know why
understand.
Why does she have to speak that way? Why doesn't she just speak English? Because then she does speak English. If I would just be completely annoyed if I was part of that family and she kept doing that.
It's because she's a mysterious German witch doctor.
God damn it, Grandma! I know you speak English. Just speak English for fuck's sake.
I barely know your language. I can understand what you say, but I can't say it back to you. Damn it! It's her code. It's her code of talking to the kids.
It's because she's mysterious. Also, one of my second favorite characters in this whole movie. I love David Kirshner. He really he steals every movie he's in. He's really, really good. Of course, I got the hots for Toni Collette. Adam Scott. I haven't seen anything Adam Scott has done that I have not liked. Adam Scott he's
awesome.
He's really good. I mean, they're completely different actors and different styles, but he, to me, is like Idris Elba. There are so many movies you can watch, and you're like, holy crap, it's Idris Elba, and he's awesome. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff that Adam Scott's in, and you're like, holy shit, that's Adam Scott. That's right. He's really, really damn good. Yep. So, it works out. But the woman that plays the aunt in this movie, I just thought she was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
She really played up the role. I thought she was really all
Aunt Dorothy.
All the comedic timing in this was just perfect.
She's from Two and a Half Men.
Conchata Ferrell.
Yes, that's right. Oh, she was just the whole thing with, like, come on, kids, I'm going to teach you how to make peppermint schnapps. Yeah. And it's just so good. I think everybody has that relative, and she just killed it.
Yeah, and when both the redneck girls were walking upstairs to go to the bathroom, and they're like, why are you girls going up there? It's like, Aunt Dorothy clogged the crapper. So Aunt Dorothy's just ruining everything, but she was a great character in this too.
Scotty always clogs the toilet. I don't know how.
That's because I use too much TP. I use too much toilet paper.
Well, what? Really? Because I use a lot and I don't clog the toilet.
I use excessive amounts for wiping like 5 times. That's why and then it clogs it. Yeah.
Really?
I've been better about it.
Just too much of a good thing.
The toilets on my new house are a lot better than my old house.
Every time he shits, he clogs the toilet.
Not every time. No.
Pretty much.
No.
Y'all just keep a closet snake. Just an auger somewhere for Scotty at all times.
Usually the plunger gets it.
I keep a plunger by every toilet at my house for sure. It's a must.
You
There's only
hit
two of them.
You hit the plunger and just
three.
you hit the flush and just stand there with the plunger. Quick, come on, just go down.
I'm ready.
Because there's that little time in between where it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not gonna happen.
I have that
running around.
I have like that special touch that I have when I flush it to like, okay, I'm gonna flush it just like this and it's not gonna clog. And usually lately, like 50 to 60% of the time it hasn't. But those other times it sucks. Yeah. Up in Breckenridge it overflowed onto the ground. Yeah, I had to
Holy
mop it up.
shit! You clogged the toilet at the friggin'
resort.
At the resort.
resort?
Yep. And there was no plunger there, so I had to use the end of a broomstick handle to push my log into the toilet, and it finally went down. And it was it was in the middle of the night. Everyone was sleeping, so there was no way to get like a plunger or like a guy up there to give one for us.
Just standing there while the maintenance guy is like, who's responsible for this? I don't know, man. It just,
it just happened.
I mean, all I'm telling you is that this is coming off of your Yelp review.
Yep.
Yep.
These damn
Apparently,
toilets.
you people
Toilets
just
are
don't
big
have
enough.
toilets that can flush.
Can't handle this wide load.
Speaking of the ant clogging the toilet, one of the other things I loved about her is she just takes charge and grabs that shotgun and just starts shooting things, dude. I'm like, God damn, the ant. David Kushner, he was too scared, and she's like, give me that gun. Starts fucking blowing things away. That was awesome too.
And it really did feel like, getting toward the end of it now, it really did feel like what the director said was, he's just toying with them the whole time, because when it gets to this point in the movie, at first you realize they're keeping the fire going to keep him out of the chimney, but then it just was like, then he just sent the elves in there and just blew the whole side of the house off, and it was like, okay, we're done. Like, yep, it's over. And then David Kushner, he's lost all of his kids basically now, and he just grabs onto the Jack in the Box and just gets ripped out of the house into whatever other dimension. Just boop, there he goes.
Yep.
Just gone.
What do you think happens at the end? Like what?
What is it? Is it hell? Are they taking them to?
Is it? Yeah. Is
to
this
the
their
underworld?
own? Is everyone in hell like in a snow globe? It's their own.
Yeah. So they end up
It's their own hell.
Max ends up waking up. Everything's back to normal. Fine and
Well,
dandy.
Krampus gives him the bell.
Yes.
And my interpretation of it is he has the bell, and Krampus is leaving. So my thing is he could have got away like his grandma did. He could just have the bell, and once Krampus takes all these people off and loads them up in the sleigh or whatever it was he was doing with them, that now this world or the storm will lift and Max will just be alone and whatever happens in his life happens from here on. But then Max goes and tracks him down, and I guess by throwing the bell at him again, leaves him fair game for Krampus.
I get that, but I mean, where do they end up? Is this?
Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of confusing to me myself.
Is the snow globe hell? Is that what?
I don't know. I think maybe they're just trapped in the house forever in the snow globe. No, I don't know. Maybe. Because once he opens, it's all back to normal. They all are opening presents. It's Christmas morning. He gets his little countdown on his little countdown board. And he opens his present, and it's the Krampus bell. And all of a sudden, the whole room is different, and everyone's staring.
Yeah, so
and they're we're stuck here forever.
Well, and I guess I'm taking that to assume that they all know too. At first maybe they're all happy, and then he opens up the box and they all see the bell, and that all triggers something into them, and then they all realize that. I guess it's Groundhog's Day. Like they just keep
Yeah,
repeating Christmas morning over and over again for eternity.
Yeah. Maybe all of them already have the bell. And they're like, don't let it happen to Max, please. And then he gets it, and they're like,
I don't know
oh,
about that.
man.
They're just already down there because Krampus took them. I don't know. We'll just never know. I
think it's something that leaves you to wonder. You know, it just.
Well, I
quite
think
good.
that wraps up Krampus. I'll definitely watch it next year. Krampus.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And I guess there's a second one. I've never seen that.
I would say it's a good family.
There's actually a lot of movies called something to do with Krampus on Amazon when you look it up. So, yeah.
But there seems to be like a sequel to it or something, but I
know there's a sequel to this one. It looked like there was even a third one, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of duplicates or like similar movies, that weren't as big time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's aside from. I was gonna say let's move on to what you watched this week. But that was besides.
It was great. It was a good movie.
That was the only horror related movie I watched because I watched The Grinch and The Great Wall, which was a little disappointing. But I didn't watch any.
What did you expect? It was
movies.
a Matt Damon movie.
I did
What do
not
you got
either.
against Matt Damon?
I got
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
What do you? Come on, the Bourne movies are pretty good.
Oh, the Bourne movies are very much awesome sauce.
Awesome. Sauce.
I do like them. I'm trying to think if I did watch something that
He's good in the one with Nicholson and what the heck's that called? And DiCaprio and
The Departed.
The Departed. Yeah, it's
oh,
a good movie. It's a good movie.
Leonardo
I don't remember
DiCaprio's
any of
in it. We
I
already.
have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I own
Well,
it.
it's a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, so it's pretty forgettable.
No, it's a great movie.
I don't remember any.
Martin
of it.
Scorsese.
Did you watch anything, Rob?
Did you,
I'm
Robbie?
trying to see here. I know I did, but I'm trying to bring it up. My Prime Video.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How do you know on Prime?
I can go to let's see here. What was my thing here?
Krampus was actually.
Well,
on
I
HBO.
I did watch Black Christmas 1974 because I thought we were doing that one.
And
first.
I paid to rent Krampus because my HBO on demand, it wasn't available on demand. It was only available to record.
Mine was on HBO now.
Well, don't you have HBO Go on Amazon?
No, I just have HBO on DirecTV.
It should be on HBO.
Oh, okay.
And when I tried to select on demand watch it wanted to charge me.
Oh.
But if I just recorded the next showing, which was like this morning at 8 a.m., it would have recorded it. But I wanted to watch it last night. So
That's weird.
I was like, fuck, I'll just pay for it. I guess.
I just have the HBO Now app, and it was on there for me, so I just Chromecasted it. Anyways.
No, I didn't. I don't know. I guess I didn't. I was the only thing I see that I watched was from like a week or so ago, and that was like Oculus, which I know I've already said I watched that recently.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I watched Black Christmas, and I honestly watched Krampus like 1.5 times. Like I went back and started watching it again. We were decorating the Christmas tree and doing all the holiday stuff, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna put Krampus on before the kids get home. And I just sat there and just had it off going in the background.
I might watch it again before Christmas season's over.
It could be a family Christmas. I mean, Liz enjoyed it. I mean, it was definitely something you can have on during Christmas time, and you're not going to be like, freaked out, or it's like a gloomy, bad feeling, scary. It's just like, hey, it's an awesome movie. So yeah, I might have to put it on too.
Definitely compared to what we have just gone through, this movie. I think this movie is good, period. But watching it was like such a relief. It's just like, this is so. Oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
Like there's no giant dogs. There's no freak shows. Like, this is
no old men taking out just tens of werewolves.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, no. Oh shit, Point Break is on Amazon Prime. I know what I'll be doing.
Oh yeah.
Add to watch list.
Shit. All right, well shit.
I think we're good, guys.
Yeah. Make sure that
get those memes in
get the
for
memes
Krampus.
in next week at the
Krampus
Facebook
memes.
in the group. # Horror Halftime.
Get some free gear.
Follow us at Danny Bonin, at Scotty Bonin, at the Rob O'Neill 1986 on Twitter, or
Instagram.
The Rob _CCH podcast on the Insta Faces.
And follow us at Cult Classic Horror on pretty much everything, at CC Horror on Twitter. And yeah, guys, we're gonna move on to Jack Frost next week.
Jack Frost, yes.
That's the one I need to make
It's
sure
gonna be good.
put
Get on your
my
queue.
list.
Jack Frost, followed by Silent Night, Deadly Night, followed by the original Black Christmas.
It's going to be a whole month of December.
Make
Christmas
sure,
movies.
if you like what we're doing, check us out, patreon.com/Cult Classic Horror. We would very much appreciate anything you can give, and there's lots of goodies there you'll get in return. And I think that's it for now. So, thanks again for joining us, guys, and
Thanks, guys.
we'll catch you next week.
See ya.
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.